Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 4th episode of Out the Group Chat.
Yes.
As you can see, we have upgraded. We are moving on up, just like the Jeffersons, and we are in a studio.
Period.
So, yeah, how are y'all doing today?
I mean, really well. This is kind of crazy. Like
It's gaggy
what
for
is it,
sure.
this
No,
episode?
it is.
We are up in the air. Like
Yeah.
we are
Yeah.
We got a
elevated.
view.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Well, today we will be getting into childhood nostalgia, talking about, our childhoods, music, TV, movies, talking about
All the
all the things,
All the
I guess. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about our core memory vaults, which is basically what are some things that when you think of your childhood, like immediately come to mind, whether that's music, TV shows, movies, a certain memory, clothing brands. I know Aaliyah likes to flaunt her, what is it called?
Darion.
Darion.
I was in Darion.
Okay,
None
here's
of
the
you
thing.
can say
Send
that.
the picture. It will be here.
No, wait.
So if it's
Wait,
not
'cause
here,
I
she's
found
a
it the other
liar.
day.
So
Right, because I was like, I've never seen this photo, but you claim.
Well,
I'm in Darion.
Wait, like
I'm
wait,
in
Let's hear it.
Darion.
I was
okay. Okay, then we'll
Y'all tried
see.
to act like I was lying. Like, been a fan.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
Well, I guess I'll start. And this is really unfortunate because Aaliyah, we talk about this all the time, but she never gets it, is SpongeBob.
I've
Guys.
never seen SpongeBob. I mean, actually, I'm lying. I've seen SpongeBob, but I wasn't a kid who watched SpongeBob. Like,
Damn.
and I pity you a little bit.
yeah.
I'm sorry because I think the fact that you guys all watch SpongeBob really explains
Please.
who you are today.
What do you mean by that?
I mean something.
Talk more. Speak
Yeah.
more.
We'll get
Extrapolate.
into it.
I
We'll
think
get into it.
because I was a huge SpongeBob fan as a child and still to this day. But I think the fun thing about SpongeBob is that if you did grow up watching it, it's like a second language for a lot of like adults in this like current generation where something random can happen and the chances of everyone thinking of like the exact same moment is very high. And it's just like kind of like a funny inside joke. Not to say that you're not a part of the club.
But
You're
you're
still
not
you're
a
still part of the club in a way.
you're
But
saying
she's
that.
not.
But like, if I were to say,
Right.
if I were to say, it's a rock,
Do you know what that means?
not a lot of people would get that.
Do you know Krusty
They
Krab?
didn't even get that.
Yes,
No,
we
it's
did.
it's not a rock.
It's a boulder.
boulder.
It's the Krusty Krab pizza.
Okay,
Is
I know
the
Krusty
pizza.
Krab. I know Mr. Krabs. I know what's the little girl, little
So you
squirrel,
don't.
Sandy, Sally, Sandy,
Sandy.
Sandy,
Sandy.
Patrick.
Sandy, what's her last name?
Oh.
And where is she from?
Exactly.
Rocket.
She's
And
from the
what-
Did I call
same
her a
place
squirrel?
that your
Isn't she a
favorite.
chipmunk?
No, she's a
squirrel.
Squirrel.
She's from where?
The same place that your favorite lady is from.
Texas?
Yes.
Is she?
Yes.
Period.
Yeah. She's
How was I
technically
to know?
she's a Houston baddie.
Yeah.
You know?
Big Houston baddie.
Yeah.
She's known
Body
in the
tea.
streets.
And she's
Super
a
smart,
scientist.
super
She's like
pretty.
she's low key, are actually high key a mad scientist. Let's
She is
wake
a
that
mad
up.
scientist.
Her and Plankton were kind of. I feel like
I know
they kind of had
Plankton.
beef because Plankton was kind of like a scientist type, but obviously Sandy was more. What's the word I'm trying to look for?
She was an inventor.
She was an inventor.
Was
yeah.
she?
But did
Yes.
they ever interact?
Yes, they did. But
Sandy
they
and
did?
Plankton.
yeah, they did. But it wasn't. It was never like a main focus of any of the shows.
That's crazy. I don't remember a single episode. But like, I also stopped watching SpongeBob at like, I don't know.
So do you guys
A-
think
a
watching
very specific
SpongeBob
age.
like fried certain parts of your brain?
No.
No.
No, because SpongeBob used to have like the SpongeBob today versus the SpongeBob we were watching are
different.
Very
vastly
different.
different. SpongeBob back in the day had a lot of like overtones and like hidden meanings that like you might not get when you're a kid, but like when you're older, it's like, oh whoa, mind blowing.
was
But
a little
now it's very just like
SpongeBob was mind blowing.
Yeah,
SpongeBob
that
was
so
not
good. You don't get
playing
it.
around.
You don't
It
get
was
it.
very serious.
See, I was watching shows that really had meaning.
Like what?
Like That's So Raven.
Dexter's
that episode
Laboratory.
where that lady was like, "We don't hire black people." That really like
Yes.
stirred something in me
Honestly,
as a child.
true. The old-
That's So Raven. Every episode had a lesson.
Yeah.
Okay.
And speaking to that, actually, what you because your first question was, we were talking about sort of like core memories. I was going to say my core memory as a child, and this is, I mean, I feel like everybody can sort of
You better not
identify
say what I
with
was going to
this.
say.
I don't know what you were going to say.
Go ahead and
better
say
not
what you're
say
going
what
to
I
say.
was gonna say.
I don't know what you were
Just
going to say,
say
but
it.
it's when your parents have to sit you down and give you the talk and tell you that you have to be twice as good to get
Oh,
half.
yes.
And I've been watching a lot of Scandal, and so you know when Papa Pope is like,
We know.
we have to be what?
No, it's like icon. Yes, everybody knows that.
You know,
what?
and like,
It's interesting because I don't think my parents, we ever sat down and had that specific like conversation. I don't think I had that.
I think for
now that I think
me,
about
it wasn't so much a conversation. It was just more so the way they moved about certain things.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Like if I got good grades, if I did whatever, they were always like, yes, that's because you're like phenomenal and amazing and you're smart and you're all of these things.
Exactly.
And I think instilling that in me at a young age had me move differently. It's just like, you can tell me what you
Were
think
you
I am,
doing
but I'm
Kumon and stuff in the
okay,
summertime?
I did not do Kuma.
I did Kumon and I was doing
I was like gate
phonics
program.
books in the
Did you guys have gate?
Yeah.
You're from Chicago.
I don't know.
Is that a California thing?
I don't think
I
I,
don't
I
know.
don't know
It's
what
a
gate
girl
is.
thing.
Gifted and
I mean, I was
Something
gifted.
talented. I don't know what the
Yeah.
E is.
That's
But
fantastic.
yeah. But yeah, I would agree. It was never, I don't remember my parents sitting me down and being like this is a conversation that we're having, but it's like an ongoing thing. And then also I went to a Black elementary school and middle school. So I was around like a lot of Black kids in general, like a lot of Black faculty and staff and everything. And I don't know, I just never, and even to this day, I really never let other people get to me because it's like, I know I'm smart. And it's like, no one can ever take that away from me. So yeah, and I think it did come from my parents as well, being like, you know, encouraging me to, you know, be involved in academics. I was reading, going to the library over summer,
Yeah.
this and that.
Exactly.
As you know, I love math. So I literally used to play school as a child. Like my older brother, he had, I guess, textbooks or whatever it may be. And he would give me assignments out of them. It was mostly science and I think maybe like math stuff. And he would like grade them for me.
Oh, period.
Yeah. I still to this day get a rush when I finish a math problem.
Okay, see,
Get
I
a
don't.
rush.
Yes.
Get a rush is crazy.
I think a core memory that I have, which relates back to media again, is the orange Rugrats VCR tape. That was like, we ran that tape to the ground.
Yes.
Like, we loved that movie, Rugrats in Paris. We watched it all the time. That and like the very first Spider-Man movie. I don't know why. Like the very first one with Tobey Maguire. I don't know why me and my brother watched that like every other night, all the time. We loved that movie so much.
Oh, okay.
No, I love
You
that
have
movie
a-
too because of my brother. That is
Yeah,
so funny.
like
Oh, really?
it
You
was.
have a history of watching things or listening to things over and over and over and over and over again that you like.
Yeah, no, I love rewatching
Like
the stuff that I. Which one?
the Lana Del Rey song.
The Office.
No.
Oh,
in
the Lana Del Rey song that I-
yes. Tell the story.
Very briefly, I was in chemistry. It was like the period where we like just do your work by yourself. And I was listening to Lana Del Rey's what was the
Young and
song?
Beautiful.
Young and Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I listened to it like 36 times in a row as we were doing like the quiet study. And I didn't realize that my headphones were projecting like the song. So the kid
remember
next to
this.
me heard me play it 36 fucking times.
Yeah.
Okay, I think 36 is an exaggeration. It was whatever amount of time can fill up 20 minutes. That's how many times I listened to it in a row. And that's my
That's
story.
crazy.
Which would have been just
Khalees
such
is
a
who
great
she is.
experience to sit next to you, and when the
Like,
song is over,
and
you're
I was
like,
just vibing.
again,
Again.
yeah, the meme where it's like, again.
But yeah, that's
Oh my God.
that was my vibe.
But yeah, the
feel like
Rugrats movie, like
Yes.
definitely. If we could talk about that, the Rugrats in Paris, and then the one where they also like got lost.
Yes.
Like on the
Mhm. Like on- it was like a
and
train or
Tommy was
something?
like about to like kill his brother. It was like it
Yes.
got
Wait,
real
did I see
dark.
this?
Do you not remember that?
I remember that.
literally-
I know
it's like,
I
Paris.
vaguely
Yeah.
remember Tommy killing or like
he was
going
like
to
gonna
do something.
sacrifice him
Yeah.
to the
Yes.
monkeys or
I do
something.
vaguely
like,
remember
yeah,
that.
like,
I remember
it
that.
was wild.
It was
Aaliyah's
crazy.
like, I never
got
saw
real-
that.
it
No,
got
I
real
knew
dark.
Rugrats in Paris. That
Right.
was another one that my brother and I watched.
Who
a
was
lot.
the lady that Chucky's.
Madame LaBouche.
Was that her name?
Yeah.
Love her. Like, love. She's iconic.
Now-
and as a child, I was like, I stan her.
Now,
Like,
You knew at a very young age.
honestly, if we're really gonna clock it, she was just trying to get to the bag.
exactly. And I can't be
Like,
mad at it.
the elusive
Yeah.
I can't be mad at it.
A corporate baddie. She just needed money. Like,
Right.
Wait, so then what's the next one?
Like
I was on core
things we
memories.
thought were luxury as a child. Like
Oh, yes.
having an upstairs, Lunchables, trampolines was wealth. You know?
Oh, I have one. Okay, so this was like and it's very interesting what you consider to be wealthy. Yeah, like when you're a child because you have no, conception of what things actually cost. But like 2 refrigerators. One main one
inside
and
the
one in the
house and one
garage.
in
If
the
you had
garage.
2 refrigerators, it was like, oh my God, you have like a lot of food. And
Yes.
like, because like usually the second refrigerator was like for snacks. And so like you like, had like all of your sodas and
Oh,
like
that's not
everything
what
in
our
there.
second
Ours was
Oh,
for
really?
drinks.
Ours
Yeah,
was
no.
for meats.
Yeah, I was
frozen
gonna say.
meats and whatnot.
Like after
But we
Costco
had
then?
like 3 fridges because we had the one inside.
Oh, they were real rich,
Right.
real rich bitch.
Yeah.
Then you had the one in the garage that did have like all the excess, and then we had like the
Oh, like the deep freezer?
the deep
Oh, yeah,
freezer for
yeah.
like a bunch of frozen meat and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes, I thought that anyone who had, like the big, heavy flat screen TVs.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
If
Oh my
we
God,
had one of
yeah.
those, and I'm trying to think. I don't think my grandparents had one, but I remember like at my house, like with my mom and dad, we had one, and I was like, oh my God, like we are so rich.
Flat
Like,
screens used to be all the rage.
It did, and they
man.
used to be so
Yeah.
big and bulky, and now you can get a flat screen TV for what, like $200-$400, which is like
Well, I was
obviously
gonna say
that's
like 30.
Well, more than 30, but
okay,
like
$30,
TVs
$1,
are
a
much
$30
cheaper
TV.
now.
Yeah.
$30 TV.
So okay,
I feel like for me, and this is kind of a core childhood memory too, but American Girl dolls, where
Yes.
I loved
That's a
me
good
an
one.
American Girl doll.
That's a
I
good
remember
one.
like wanting to go to the store. They had a little high tea.
Yeah.
That to me was like the pinnacle of my childhood. Then they had magazines. This was back when they had magazines. They would send it to the
Right.
house. I would circle the ones I wanted, and I would plead my case of why I needed a new doll. And I feel like those Bratz dolls, even
Bratz dolls
Never
were
heard
very
of this.
important.
As a
You've
symbol
never
of,
heard
like
American Girl
No,
doll?
I've heard of American
Oh.
Girl dolls, but not like in the way where it was.
They
like,
were a
considered,
status symbol.
like-
If you
No,
could
they
have a
were.
bunch
Oh,
of
no,
them,
they were
luxury.
because
My
each
sister-
doll is like at least 300.
They're
yes. I feel like
expensive.
they're more now.
my
probably.
sister
Yeah,
had
probably.
one, and I wanted them so bad, but obviously
That girl on Love on the Spectrum, like
Had American
collects
Girls
them.
dolls?
Yeah, like she
Yeah.
has like a
No,
shit
they
ton
were
of
people
them.
collect
Yeah,
them.
people collect
They
them
really were.
and Cabbage Patch dolls.
I
Oh my
remember
God, Cabbage Patch
Patch.
Kids.
I never had
Cabbage
Patch.
Patch Kids were definitely more accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't realize was luxurious, even though we had them, was like video game consoles. Like when I look back now at how much, because like, like whenever the new PS5 or like whatever, like I don't play it anymore, but like they're like $500. And I'm like,
They're
were they
expensive.
always this expensive? And my
Yeah.
friend was like, dude, yeah. And I was like, we always had the latest system.
Yeah.
And it never like crossed my mind that that was something that was like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, but
They definitely were.
thinking back on it, I mean, like I probably had like all the original like consoles, like Nintendo 64, like the Xbox One, 360, like all of the PlayStations, like the PSP, the DS, the Game Boy, like
he was
all.
good.
Yeah, no, I literally had like everything, and I'm like thinking.
I
About,
didn't
like,
know you were such a
what the
gamer.
hell? I used to be. Yeah, back in the day.
I was gaming a lot too. I was
When you
playing
were straight.
Nintendogs. I was playing Donkey Kong on the Game Boy.
GameCube.
Oh my God. So I wasn't a gamer, but I did have a DS. And do you guys remember the Beyonce game? You know
I
what I'm
remember
talking
the
about?
commercial.
The
of it.
I
commercial-
vaguely remember.
It
I
was
don't
like,
remember
it
the
was,
game.
oh my God, I can't remember the name of
I
it,
never
but
played
I
it.
had it and I was like, oh my God, I remember I would see the commercial all the time. I was like, that's
the
Beyonce and I have that game. So I was like, I felt connected to
You
Beyonce.
know, I would put that up there
I think
with
it was
my
something, it was like,
Darion.
Right.
what'd you say?
She would put that up there next
With the
to
Darion? Me too, period. I think it was like Rhythm Heaven or something. I think that was what it's called. But yeah, the only games I had, like I guess consoles I had was a DS, which I honestly have no idea what happened to my DS. Like one day I just never picked it up again and
That's a
I
wrap.
don't know.
They
Yeah,
just
and then we
transition
had
elsewhere.
a GameCube and a Wii. Do you know what's crazy, you guys? One day your parents put you down and never picked you back up again.
It's true. I see stuff like that all
Like,
the time.
I think about that often. That's crazy.
like one
That's
time,
so
all your friends, like, you know what? Never mind.
Actually, no. Now I'm curious.
It was the one about like when all your friends met up and like the bikes were in the front yard for like the
Yeah.
last time or whatever.
yeah.
I just don't remember how it was phrased.
Well, yeah,
So
we
I
were
said
like
never
the
mind.
last generation to really play outside.
No,
Kids
absolutely.
do not play outside.
No,
Yeah.
But I don't even know if, honestly, if I had kids now, if I would let them be outside like that.
But why?
I think I would go to the
I would
park. Like,
offer-
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, a lot
I'm
of
actually,
like,
I'm very thankful that in my upbringing, I lived in a neighborhood where all the kids
was
did
safe.
go
Yeah.
outside and like
Yeah.
a lot of my like, even though the area that I grew up in was very like predominantly white and questionably racist, a lot of the fun memories that I have as a child was all the neighborhood kids. There was like 10 of us, like at the max,
Yeah.
and there was at least 5 of us every day, but like all the neighborhood kids would just like get on our bikes, ride the bike to like the ditch, the creek, and just like be kids. You know, we would play kickball, we would play baseball, we would like catch lightning bugs, we would have water gun fights. Like it was a lot of fun, and that's what the kids are supposed to be
Supposed to be
doing.
doing.
It's what the kids are missing because you're just supposed
imagination,
to
like just doing stupid kid
Yeah,
shit.
what are they
You're supposed
doing
to do
now?
hood rat shit with your friends, like
Yeah.
Shit with
outside, you know,
friends.
like and drinking from the water hose, like
Drinking
like,
from the
God.
water
Yes.
hose.
What'd
I
you
feel
say?
like the
You
kids
didn't do that?
these days do not understand the concept of like go outside and don't come back in until the lights are on. Like I think
Yeah.
I like being like I guess like the cusp of the end of the millennial generation. Like I remember that like the stark transition to like the digital age where it's like we were outside, we were rollerblading, you know, we
Yeah,
were like
exactly.
scraping our knees, like doing all these
Literally,
things. And now
razor
kids are just
scooters.
like
We are
Yes,
like,
oh my God, the razors,
we are
scooters.
like the
Running
last
my first
generation of
bike.
like scraping our knees and like our elbows because we were
I
like
still have
having
marks
like
from
I still have the
my-
scars from when
I'm
I was
all
a
for
child.
it.
Kids don't be playing outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate though because
It
we
is.
see how negative it is, like in terms of their social development.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like,
they
whoa.
don't know how to interact.
And also,
And
I
I-
do think it's on the parents. Like, you can't just sit your kid in
Oh,
front
yeah.
of the TV,
Yeah, that's
or throw an
crazy.
iPad in their hands and be like,
because the
"All
parents are lazy as
See.
well. They don't want to put the effort into like making sure their kids are engaged outside of just the TV or an iPad or something.
And I wouldn't say not even like, oh, just going outside and stuff, because I was not that child. I wasn't going outside scraping knees and that wasn't my tea.
I
But
wasn't
I was
outside.
like I was outside sometimes, but like that was not my
He said I was
go-to.
outside periodically.
But I was like, reading, doing puzzles,
Yes,
you
that
know,
too.
doing stuff that still was good for brain development.
Yeah,
when
stimulating.
when I was
Yeah.
watching shows, it was like the little Einsteins. Like that's how I got into my love for music.
Mm-hmm.
Was the little Einsteins.
it?
Yes, I loved little Einsteins.
They're cutting funding for PBS,
Which
They're
is
trying
crazy.
To make
I
the
remember
kids
that
They're
dumber.
trying to
childhood
cancel
too.
Sesame Street for being woke.
Yeah,
Can you believe that?
it's a lot of nonsense, man.
It's crazy. It's like anything that teaches empathy and caring
Yeah.
and any type of emotion other than, I guess, hate and just
Judgment, yeah.
nastiness is woke now, you guys. So
Unfortunate, man.
very unfortunate.
So I guess in our childhood, what kind of music like were you guys listening to? Because I feel like majority of what I listened to was whatever was like on the radio, but there's like a lot of like fandoms that I just was not like a part of in like the music scene, specifically like Justin Bieber. His album just came out and people are like, oh my God, I was a believer. Like I had such a huge crush on him when I was a kid. And I don't relate. And it was never that I disliked Justin Bieber. I was just so indifferent towards him. Like I never really like was a believer.
Okay, I'm curious.
fan.
What were you listening to then?
I was listening. So I was very much one of those alternative kids.
I knew you were gonna say it.
I
tell her all the
simply
time,
was.
she's so
I was a very alt kid. I was very much listening to like classic rock. Like that's like one of my favorite genres. So I was listening to
Period.
like 80s, 70s and 80s music and then just alternative bands in general, like in the more modern day. And then like, your general like R&B, like Rihanna and Beyonce and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it came to pop music, pop is like my last preference in terms of music outside of like the specific pop people that I enjoy.
That's interesting. I would say like my musical tastes obviously developed from having like pretty young parents. So like, I mean, my parents were like listening to the latest things. So like, I feel like I was kept current in that regard. But the music that I definitely remember listening to was Aaliyah, because she was my like first
I didn't listen to her.
crush.
Wow.
Like that, the music video for Are You That Somebody, I would sit there as a kid and watch that. Like whenever it was on the screen, I was like glued to the screen.
That's
like that
so
little
interesting.
And like the production of that song is just so insane. Like who would think taking like a little baby's like coo and like putting it on a beat would be so fucking fire? But it was. It was so good. I'm like, this worked. But yeah, like Aaliyah definitely. So like a lot of like R&B, like oldies, like Sade, like I don't know if you, because you're from California, but 94.7 The Wave, when we would drive home from the beach, my parents would put that on. That it's the reason why if I get in a car now, I will knock the fuck out, is because like they would just like literally be driving, like put that on, and I'd just like
ours like in the base. I do know 94.7, but we also have 102.5, and that was the one like you always played. And again, in car rides as a kid, that's another core
That's
memory. Just like knocking
Some of
out
them
on a
are the
road trip.
same.
But I also think when I was growing up, first of all, Justin Bieber was my first concert,
Right.
followed by the Jonas Brothers.
See,
How did you not listen
my
to the
first
Year
first
3000?
concert was the Black Keys.
Whatever that means.
Exactly.
But I also had a phase where I was into like Fall Out Boy and All Time
Same.
Low. Like
Same.
my dad.
See, I just never left. I just never left. Wait, the Covering the Eye?
Yes.
That was 21 Pilots.
No.
Oh
Because
my
like,
God.
okay, if we're like really gonna get into it, I started like my emo phase, and this kind of also goes back to like like core memories and stuff. Like around like middle school, and I used to have like a mohawk, and I would flat iron my mohawk. It's crazy.
No!
And like
Did
with
you have
like
pictures?
neon skinny jeans and listening to like 3 Days Grace.
Okay,
Like,
this is what I'm talking about, because and this period only lasted for like a month, but I had my hair in a side swoop like Skrillex.
You were like a scene
like
kid.
Skrillex. But no, I wasn't like a scene kid, because like I wasn't like dressed in all black and like moping around. No offense to scene kids. No offense to scene kids. But like I was very much like embroiled,
Engulfed.
right?
Yeah.
In like that, like the music and like some of the mannerisms and the dress style.
So you were a
there
Hot
are no
Topic.
pictures of my hair the way that it was, and I'm actually really
I
glad.
wonder if it's like because I blame it. I will blame it on going to a predominantly white
I was
institution,
gonna say,
and like
yeah.
they were
I'm
like,
gonna
that's
say,
like
like,
what the kids were
I
doing.
didn't really get.
You know?
No, I actually don't blame it on that, because even though I grew up in suburbia, it was still it was because of Naruto AMVs on YouTube.
Oh, they getting into this anime.
Naruto AMVs.
I'm always into this anime.
I'm speaking specifically of my childhood. The Naruto AMVs that I was watching on YouTube in like 2008, and they would always have like Linkin Park songs, 3 Days Grace songs, Skillet, like all these bands would be playing, and then I would listen to them on fucking, what was it, Pandora and LimeWire. I would steal the music.
LimeWire.
We were on the same type of time.
That's what I was doing.
One thing that I wanted to bring up, which was so like the early days of YouTube.
Oh my
was
God.
wild for AMVs specifically.
AMVs,
but
man.
like the Naruto like mashups, like I will never forget. Literally, me and my cousin like sitting like we were like at my grandma's
the
house for the
desktop
summer.
computer.
Yeah, at the desktop computer, like watching
Just
those videos
over and
like,
over. Oh my
yeah,
God,
it's like
amazing.
wild. We were on the same type of time. But on the anime point, I do want to say
He said, "I'm not done."
No, I'm not done, because actually this has been weighing on my spirit, because actually it used to be so uncool to watch anime. Like it used to be real.
Clock it.
No,
Relax.
no, you are actually
You're the problem.
You're in the minority now, and you need to be okay with that.
Okay, I'm just
You're in the
confused because
minority.
all of a sudden, a lot of black people love anime.
No,
And
always
now
love
you
it.
always- yes, you guys are always
No,
saying,
not us, Black people have
In
always
general.
loved anime. It's always been a thing.
And I can explain why, because I actually saw somebody like break this down recently. It's because we were really into. It's like the like I guess like the transition from like action, like fighting, like more like Asian martial arts movies.
Okay,
And so like I feel like in the Black community, like those were really
Like
big. And
Jackie
somebody,
Chan and all
yeah,
them.
as somebody
Rush
explained
Hour.
it as like those were like
loved
the
Rush
things
Hour.
that they would like play on like the TVs, you know,
Yeah.
that were like out on display like in stores. And so like anime was like a natural like progression from that. And a lot of anime told stories of people who like looked different. Like I mean like some like animes like, you know, why is Naruto blonde haired and blue eyed when he's supposed to be Japanese? But like, you know, like it was a way for us to see ourselves in like different characters. But niggas used to be very like down low about the fact that they watch anime. Like it was not cool to mention. Like I would not tell people like
That's
that I
crazy.
was like
No,
into,
I
like, certain
definitely,
things.
I definitely
now
did not
every-
Yeah,
tell people.
everyone
Yeah.
talks about it.
But
now, I
also
will
some
say.
people who were watching anime did not have social skills.
Yes.
And therefore were very just like behaved a certain way, and
little
that's
odd.
probably where part of the stigma comes from. But anime is
What-
fire.
Okay, going back to childhood music.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said you guys already know what I'm about to say. One of the very first memories of me just being aware is Lady Gaga coming out of the pool with the two Dalmatians with the hair bow in the Poker Face music video, and I was like, this is everything. I was like, oh my God, like I was so gagged, you guys. Like you do
I was
not
a little monster. I'm here with you.
Yes. Like I was so gagged. And then from that point on, I think it was just a descent into my love for pop music. Like obviously Gaga is still number one, always will be number one. But I was like, obviously Beyonce, which is not necessarily like pop, but like poppy in that, you know, her, Rihanna. I was even, you know, Katy Perry fan at one point. Britney Spears. Oh my God.
I
Like,
was not into Britney.
That's
I love
unfortunate.
Toxic. I used to watch a lot of music videos, and I still do. Womanizer, the music video from Womanizer. I was like, she is so hot, like because she's like in the steam room at the beginning, and I'm like, oh my God, Britney. But yeah, I was like, I wanted to be one of those pop girls.
Did you guys watch 106 in Park?
I've seen
Really?
videos of it on YouTube.
How did you not watch?
But I
106
didn't
in
watch
Park?
it,
Like
no.
after school, you would watch 106 in Park, and they play the countdown of all the music videos.
No, I was going
After
home and
school-
watching Kids WB. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
What's Kids WB?
that's where they used to play like and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this because you wrote down like Cartoon Network, like Nickelodeon,
Yeah,
like those
Which
are
we
like
need to talk
I feel
about,
like the typical like shows, but like Kids WB came on like I forgot which channel it was on, but like that's where like Shaolin Showdown, like Mucha Lucha, Jackie Chan
okay.
Adventures, like Static Shock.
It was just called something
Oh,
different
I know Static
where I
Shock.
was, but I was
Okay.
watching that channel as
Yeah.
well. I don't remember what it's called.
Did you guys watch? I
don't remember.
I can't remember. Maybe it is PBS or PBS Kids where it had like Cyber Chase,
Yeah.
Time Warp Trio.
That was
Yeah.
PBS Kids.
Loved.
They have the
loved
one with the
that.
little cats, the Siamese cats.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, Sagwa.
Yeah, Sagwa.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Remember
yeah.
Arthur?
Arthur, yes. Oh my God. Hey
But-
Arnold.
Hey
We
Arnold.
had the Hey Arnold movie, and I would watch it all the time. Like,
Hey Arnold
I
was
love
They
that.
great.
looked weird. I was really big
Hey
on,
Arnold
like-
was actually
Hey
really
Arnold
good,
was
though.
really
It was
was
good.
actually really good.
That's how I felt about some of like the shows on Cartoon Network. I was like, these look weird.
Okay, were you guys Cartoon Network, Disney, or Nickelodeon
Disney.
kids?
Disney.
Okay, we got two Disney kids.
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network kids. It was for me. It was Cartoon Network, Nick, and then Disney. Even though I absolutely loved like That's So Raven was like one of my first Disney shows and still beloved to this day.
Yeah.
And then obviously like Sunny with a Chance. I'm sorry guys, that
I
was
loved
one
Sunny
of
with a
my
Chance. I didn't
really watch it like
favorite
that.
Disney
I wouldn't
shows.
put that in
I
my
had
top five.
transitioned.
Top Sunny
five?
with a Chance is in my top
It's
five.
disrespected.
Easily.
It's disrespected. Demi did her
Easily.
big one with that. Like,
And then
it's
Hannah
so
Montana.
good.
I was a Demi fan. I remember the Demi and Selena beef when
Yes.
they were. I was deep.
I was deep in,
like,
do you
this
remember
whole-
Princess Protection Program? When they were in that movie together, I was like, yes.
Okay, but were you guys reading J14 magazine?
No.
No.
See, y'all weren't no Disney kids.
No,
Y'all
I
were
wasn't.
not no
That
Disney
was my
kids.
sister. Like I had fully like Cartoon Network into Toonami into Adult Swim. That was my
Okay,
shit.
see, I never went into Adult Swim.
Me
I would
neither.
stay at Cartoon Network and then Toonami. But like Adult Swim, whenever it would come on, it would always be like the shows would. I was familiar with Futurama, but like everything else just stressed me out.
There were a
I
lot
think,
of weird
I was gonna
ones.
say, I think I texted about this one time. I was like, it just felt too grown for me. Like even as a child,
I think Cow and Chicken was on there,
that's
right?
Yes, even as a child,
You
I was
could
like, okay,
recognize.
I know that this is not for me. And it's like, it's not like my parents were like monitoring or anything like that.
Yeah,
I just know
no.
I was like, I have no business in whatever is going on here.
That's-
and I was like, I'm good on
That's
it. So I
crazy
never got
because
into Adult Swim.
Another core memory I have, which is related to Adult Swim, is my dad sitting me down and telling me that I could watch Boondocks because like I was like really into art as a kid, and he was like, this like used to be a comic strip, and it's like, you know, like obviously like a black cast and like written by a black person, so like this is like a really cool art style. So like I feel like my parents like exposed me to like a lot of different things, like especially anime, because like I
Oh,
was,
so your
like,
parents
more of a-
knew like what it was?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, my
So
parents were not
My dad
aware.
like let me. He would like specifically let me sit. That's why I watched Adult Swim, is because he let me
Let you
stay
stay
up
and
long
watch
enough
it,
to
yeah.
like
Oh my
watch
God.
the shows.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were just watching them. Like my parents grew to know the things that we like to watch later on, but when we were kids, they didn't like monitor anything.
No, I mean me and my
yeah.
dad would like watch like
That's
Boondocks
cool.
together. So.
No.
That's nice.
My parents, grandparents, none of them, they did not want to be a part of watching Disney Channel or anything like that. My grandpa would call it, y'all are watching those rats and mices. He, I don't know, but he was not here for it.
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron,
Oh,
yes.
I
Oh
did
my
watch
God,
Jimmy
what's
Neutron. I
the
loved
black girl in Jimmy
Nickelodeon.
Neutron?
Cindy.
No.
Oh no, Cindy's a white girl.
Libby.
Yes.
Oh, when she was the queen, when she got her
Yes.
braids.
I was like,
And that was
yes.
really important for me because she had those
I
the
would
little
agree.
bob
Like the bob, the
braids.
Yeah.
locks or
That was
braids. Yeah.
that's
That's the
very
thing, growing
important
up
for me
yeah.
as
as
a child.
kids, we actually had really positive representations
Yeah.
of other like black kids.
Yes.
And that is something that is also lost now.
Everyone has the
Yeah.
same black hairstyle now. All the guys in like cartoons and everything, all the black guys or black boys all have like the short like cut with like the
Killmonger.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Killmonger
Yes.
hairdo,
Oh,
which I had at a certain point in
Yeah, I
college.
mean, like I
for
wanted
sure
it
did.
as I wanted that too, but I was like, dang, like
Yeah, I remember seeing
there are
something
other
about it.
styles, but
They need to
yeah, but I feel like
diversify.
yeah, when we were little, the black characters that we did have like were very impactful, like Libby, Miranda from Life is Ginger, or
Yeah.
I
As
love As
Told
Told
by
by
Yeah, As Told by
Ginger.
Ginger. Yes,
Still by Jimmy.
yeah, she
Proud
yeah.
Family.
Oh my
Black,
god,
like a black family.
Yes, Proud-
Absolutely.
Do you guys remember the Proud Family movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
With the little peanut
And the
people?
dancing
Yes.
scene.
Don't even get me started because I will do the entire Dr.
Do it
Carver
right now.
like
Yes.
song.
Every
Really?
time
All
I
of them.
drive down La Cienega, I think
Boulevard
Cienega
Des.
I
Boulevard
think,
is-
why the fuck did they name that girl that?
Yeah.
Like,
When I moved here
like,
and I
was
saw
like,
that,
are you kidding
it really
me?
it blew my mind. It blew my mind the first time I read that street sign.
Oh, you did? Oh, well, yeah.
Because like, I didn't. When I read it, I was like,
yeah.
I was like, whoa.
I think they're
Connection.
like, yeah, no, like her family might be named like streets in Los Angeles too. Like I think her dad and her
Yeah,
brother.
it is true.
Oh, I never
like,
realized
yeah, like
that.
the people
Her
in
whole
her
family,
family
yeah.
are like like streets in LA.
I didn't know that.
But on the topic of hair though, because I was thinking about this on the way over here, why was every little black boy like shaved bald?
Bald.
Like I was not allowed to grow my hair out until middle school, which is why I did like so many crazy things.
My
to
brother
it.
too. Yeah, his hair was kept short
It was
until
just
he was in
short,
like
yeah.
middle school as well.
And it's so
Probably
funny. It's
just
like
the
I
ease
never
of
had
it.
a problem with it, and like it's not like I have a problem with it now, but it's like I never really like noticed it.
It didn't register to you.
You know
I
what's
did.
interesting?
I
So
did, yeah. I
Oh,
wanted
you
to grow
noticed?
my hair out. I wanted to grow
Right.
my hair, and they would not
They
let me.
denied you.
They were like, "Who gonna be the boys?"
Exactly.
that's what I was gonna say. They cut your guys' hair, and like obviously having your short hair was like socially acceptable. So like I wonder you guys didn't have like the same like I guess emotions towards your hair as maybe little girls would. Because I was bullied for my hair by those white kids every day. Like there was a lot of like that's why I was saying that the representation was important because like
yeah.
in my school there was like 3 black kids. So but that's interesting.
I
Little
would
black
say
boys
I
might not
wouldn't
get
say
the
like
same.
I was bullied for my hair, but like remember all the time people be like, oh, you don't have any hair, you're bald. I'm like, I have hair, it's just not blonde and straight and long. It was like, that would piss me off as a child. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Like, can you not see the hair on my head?
That's so crazy.
Like,
talking about this now, I remember people used to call me peach fuzz. Because
and I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
But I feel like we had other similar things with our hair. Like I remember always being asked, like, is that your real hair? And like, who cares if it is or not? But I'm little, mind you, like little, getting
like
braids and stuff. And it's just like, I mean, yeah, it is.
Right.
We are going to play a little this or that rapid fire.
Okay.
Unless you feel strongly, then you can tell me what you picked.
I'm ready.
First category, Heelys or razors? Like
Heelys or
scooters.
razor scooter? Razor scooter only because I had Heelys and I couldn't fucking use them.
Same. I bought Heelys because I was like, all the cool kids are using them, and could not figure out how to fucking do that. For
And I'm actually really good at
life.
roller skating, so I don't know why. I was actually very angry about that.
I
So
feel like
razor scooter.
I would also go razor
scooters
scooters.
for sure.
Razors were fire.
Okay. Popcorn reading or those little multiplication tables?
I
Multiplication.
loved a times
Those were
table.
so
Tables, yes.
We would race in class, and one of the days it was like if you could beat the teacher, we would get a pizza party. And there was 2 kids who beat the teacher. It was crazy. No, I was not one of the kids.
Did you guys do you guys didn't do like the ice cream sundae? Like you start off with your 1 times tables and you go all the way to 12, and every time you pass one, you like build your sundae. So like the 1s was like the bowl, 2s was like the spoon.
No.
And
That's
then,
amazing.
Yeah.
Ours were called
remember
holy
that.
cards
We got
because we were in Catholic school.
We got shirts. So like you would do like as you were going through, you'd do like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and like you would get a little like addition, like a patch that you could put on your
that's
shirt
fancy.
every
That's
time
fun.
that you.
I have a
like, passed it.
temporary injection question before you ask your next one, since we're talking about like school and being kids. When you were in class, your folders, the colors of your folders.
Yeah.
I just want to know if everyone had them correct like I did. English was blue.
Yeah.
Math was red.
But yeah.
Science was green, obviously.
Yes.
And then social studies or whatever you would call it was orange.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow. It's
But
yellow.
here's the thing.
Yellow.
Orange and yellow are kind of on like that same wavelength. But orange was the correct answer because yellow was
you've been out.
Yellow was for miscellaneous things.
No.
Yes, that's
That
true.
was purple.
No, I didn't even buy a purple.
That's crazy.
Like what?
That's crazy.
Actually, I remember back to school shopping.
Oh my God, so much fun.
Do you guys remember book covers?
Yes.
Yes.
And you
Did
get
you
all your
guys?
supplies. Oh, I missed that.
Our like the local stores, like in our school district, they would have school supplies lists from each school. So like you would go in, and there's like a big display, and you're like, okay, like if you went to Claremont Elementary School, which is where I went, and you look for, Miss King,
They would have like
they
a
would
bin
have like
prepared.
this is what you have, and it's like you like go and pick. I loved it, and like I loved back to school shopping because it meant I was going back to school.
He was on something.
No, I
else.
just went back to school shopping because I knew I was about to put that shit on.
Exactly.
I laid my outfits out. I
Not
knew.
the clothes. I had to wear uniforms.
Oh, you were robbed.
I know I really was, but I was excited to get all my materials to the school because I was the kid that had like the 64 box like crayons and like the markers that smelled and stuff. And I love to share.
Were you guys?
But I got a high off of everyone asking me.
Were
I'm
you
not
guys
gonna lie.
teachers'
I had a
pets?
big ego.
I'm her.
I'm screaming. Were you guys teachers' pets? Like how did you
No,
behave?
I was a like
Yes,
class
but not
clown.
on purpose.
Yeah, I would say like through.
She said
like,
not on purpose.
like preschool and like elementary school, like yes, but like middle school when I got all like alternative, it was like I was like
fuck the system.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say the same. In elementary school, I was definitely like teachers' pet situation. I loved helping my teachers laminate, organize this and that. In middle school, I wouldn't say I was like a problem child because I wasn't, but I was just less interested, I guess, in being, buddy with my teachers.
Right.
But then in high school, it switched back, and I would kiki.
That's
with
so
my-
interesting.
I feel like it
kikied
ended
with
for
my
me in
sister.
high school.
I never cared to be like close to my teachers. There were like a few teachers there that I liked like a lot more than others, but like I was always the class clown, but I wasn't like purposefully disruptive.
Yeah.
But like I would often do things that happened to like disrupt class. And most of the time like the teacher found it like funny, but then sometimes it would be like, at least you have to relax.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I was like just generally well liked by all my teachers.
Yeah.
But actually, since we're on the subject, my 7th grade English teacher, Miss Frick, who told me that my writing was crap, look at where I am now.
Right.
Clock that.
And look at where
Eat
you
it,
are.
Frick. No.
Oh, not look at where you are.
We're not. Right, exactly.
We don't
honestly-
actually know where you are.
Right.
So.
That's so crazy. I think about that all the time. I'm like, I definitely think I'm one of the most successful people to graduate from my high school.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like I would never go to my high school reunion or anything, but if I
No.
did, it would solely be
Be too flex.
But it's like you guys already knew, like,
Yeah.
so I don't really need to
Wait,
go.
how many do you guys? Because like a lot of the people I went to high school with are lawyers. Like we have like a handful of
Are
us that
they?
like became
No,
lawyers. Yeah,
mine
for sure.
were,
Like
like,
I still talk to
pregnant.
them.
A lot of
And-
people are like doctors and lawyers from
I mean, I
like,
feel like, I actually,
From
I
Really?
have no idea actually
Middle
because there's
school.
only
Yeah,
a
I
few
wouldn't really.
people.
I don't really keep up, but I feel like I know. But
I'm
I
like,
do know like
yeah.
my core group of friends, like my best friend from high school, Michelle. She's in law school currently, so it's like the people who are like around me immediately.
I was gonna say.
I was also in my high school's law academy, and so I do know for the most part, those of us who are in that academy did go on to go to law school
Okay,
or
I love
become
that.
lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Those outside of it, yeah, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing well, but
Well, yeah.
I don't know if I could say that I'm doing like a lot of people from my high school, like definitely.
My high school is
went on
also
to
is like
do,
also a
yeah.
newer school. It opened up in like I think 2013 or something like that. So there
Okay.
we have less of an alumni, and it's also in Lake County, Florida.
Whatever that means.
If you know, you know.
I think I
Right.
just
So-
went to a very diverse school though in the Bay, and so you had a range,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, I'm definitely the baddest bit. Like I still
Right,
look like this.
right.
Period.
So like,
Period.
you know, and some people don't, but that's not here. nor
Neither
there.
here nor there.
Okay,
right.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
next
we got
question.
derailed.
I didn't. We got way. off. Okay, Family Matters or My Wife and Kids.
My
Family
wife and
Matters.
kids.
My Wife and Kids. Elise,
Family
what?
Matters is with Urkel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
Family
Wife and
Matters.
Over My
Sorry.
Wife and Kids.
Sorry.
My
My
Wife
Wife
and
and Kids is Wayne's brother, the bald
Yes,
one.
have you seen that?
No, absolutely Family Matters. I was watching that show. I barely watched My Wife and Kids, if I'm
No,
being
I
honest.
watched both, and that's how
Oh
I
yeah,
know
no,
I'm
I was
right.
mostly watching Family
I didn't
Matters.
watch My Wife and Kids. Yeah, I didn't.
I barely watched that.
I didn't
didn't
watch
watch My
either
Wife
of
and
them.
Kids?
Or wait, is Family Matters? Family
Family Matters is with like Urkel.
Okay,
and-
never mind. I watched My Wife and Kids. I didn't watch.
Oh, interesting.
See, I watched
other
Family
one.
Matters.
It's 'cause
At a
Family
certain point, it
Matters was like-
tired.
I was
Like,
watching-
We get it.
I'm screaming.
Please.
Wait, Family Matters is the one with like that really fine ass dark skinned man named, and his name was like Calvin or something, or was that a different black TV show?
Are you talking about like the Cosby Show?
No. He was tall. He was
Calvin?
dark skin. He had waves in his hair. I swear his name was Calvin. Somebody talk while I.
Well, I didn't watch either of those shows, so
Really? Okay, Moesha or That's So Raven.
that's a
That's a
Raven.
Raven. I did not watch Moesha.
You didn't watch. You guys
I
have
would-
not seen any
I've
classic
seen Moesha,
shows.
but I
I've not
wasn't
watched
like I
Moesha.
wasn't like deep
Family
into
Matters.
Moesha. Like I
Have
was
you seen
definitely-
One on
Is his
One?
name Calvin?
Yeah.
You have what?
What
never seen
channel were
Smart
those
Guy?
shows on? Because I feel like they came on like a very like
was
they
like
weren't
his-
like on a regular.
No, they
Later.
weren't. But I
Those
also
shows were on Nick at Night. That's how I watched Family
That's why I
Matters.
saw Family
Because
Matters.
I would watch it-
Smart Guy was on a different.
It would be like
channel.
Full House, Family Matters, something
Yeah.
else, and then like George Lopez.
Fresh Prince. is
Fresh
how I
Prince,
also-
Prince, yeah, I
stuff
remember
like
watched
that.
Fresh Prince.
So I would just watch it at Nick at Night.
Speaking of black women, I guess not speaking of, but just reminded me, we were talking about this earlier. Hillary Banks, love her. I'm like, oh my God, I wanted to be her.
That's another thing. Like we had good representation.
Presentation.
We did.
Like a
We had some good
rich
representation,
black family
yeah.
that lived
Yes.
in Bel Air. Like,
oh, Hillary. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm
Fresh
thinking
Prince,
Fresh
yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
He was
I
on
was
screen.
like,
who is that?
oh yeah, like
not that. Okay.
Last one. You remember that like rectangular school pizza?
Oh,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course.
That or Lunchables? You didn't have that.
That
Oh,
That
was
was
it
the
like
one
kind
thing
of like
you would get at
was
lunch.
so fire.
Was
Yeah, it was like
yeah,
a thick
okay,
pizza.
yeah.
That pizza was fire, but there's something special about Lunchables, man. Like I was addicted to. My mom didn't buy them often, but I loved getting the nachos. The nachos were my favorite, and then my second favorite was actually like the little pizza.
Yeah,
I hated
the
those.
pizza.
I loved the
cold.
pizza.
You
No,
put
the
it in
pizza was
microwave.
great.
You
No,
put
but
the
like, I
cheese
would
on
take
it
them
and
to
then put them in
lunch.
the
No,
No, I would take them
microwave
to school.
and,
I loved eating them cold because I
Yeah.
hated the chicken nuggets. You want to eat the chicken nuggets cold?
That's what I
And
would
then the
be
crackers
eating.
and cheese. Like I can get
I love
that
me
at
some
any
crackers
time.
and cheese,
Yeah.
but also as a child, my mom would always give me like salami with crackers and cheese.
Yeah, like
Love that.
And so
listen, the nachos and the pizza one.
Fire.
Sometimes I still go get the pizza one at a Walgreens.
Really?
Oh.
Whoa, I haven't eaten a Lunchable.
Hey, I haven't
Y'all
touched
don't
that
like
in
to revisit.
decades.
Y'all
Yeah.
don't like to have fun.
They
I
Y'all
don't
do
know if
what?
I've ever actually eaten a Lunchable.
What?
And
I will
I
bring you one.
certainly didn't eat the rectangle pizza. I certainly did not eat lunch. at
Willie's a
school.
picky eater.
Right.
Let us
Low
all
key on
remember
the
this.
lowest of keys.
You are a
You are
picky
such
eater.
a picky
I don't
eater,
think-
and he will swear
In
down.
Chicago,
He's
when he was
"Actually, not
like,
that."
the deep dish
everything.
pizza is a 5.
I don't think. I
And
don't
then he
think
went into a long spiel. I
Okay,
was like,
whatever. No, because here's the thing. So growing up, like my mom would always cook. Like my family would always cook. So we always had like meals. Like we were not a snacking family. Like so I would just go home and eat leftovers. Like I did not eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I didn't-
Uncrustables, no, we did not eat Kraft
Those things are
macaroni.
fun though. I
didn't
love
like
those
Uncrustables
things.
either.
No,
You never had Uncrustables
I've
as
had
a
one
kid?
before, but not as a kid.
Oh, I
It
love
was just like
Uncrustables.
not the tea. So it's like a lot of those things is like my mom didn't buy them, and to be honest, I didn't want them. So
He said my palate was a little different.
yeah, so
I think that's fair. We were a snack family. My mom loves to cook and she cooks all the time, and she did as when we were kids too. But we were a snack family because when we would go to Costco, my brother and I would always be like this. And
We didn't
just,
have
like,
a
load up the
Costco until
cart.
we moved to like the Chicagoland area. We would be at Sam's Club.
I was gonna say
Sam's
Sam's
Club.
Club.
My
We also had
grandma
BJ's.
Stayed in a Sam's. Do you guys remember they
Remember
used
you
to
mentioned
issue
that. It was like a restaurant?
little Sam's Club like kid cards, and you could take them to the counter and they.
I
give
do
you
remember
cookies.
something like
I
that.
don't remember
Yes.
that. Mm-mm.
That shit was fire.
I do
Or
remember
Costco
that.
samples.
I do remember
Sam's Club-
at.
Sam's Club had samples.
Yeah.
And they were
Yes.
fire.
I've never been in a Sam's
I would
Club.
say I remember at
It looks like
Literally,
Costco.
Same
that's
concept.
it.
Yeah.
Literally, that's
at Publix, you could go up to the bakery and get cookies as a kid. And I remember as I would get older, a constant thought in my mind would be like, oh my God, I'm going to soon be too old to get a
get the
cookie.
cookie.
I'm gonna soon be too
Too
old.
old.
You worried
But I was
about
worried,
the
but
fact
then
that
I
you-
was like, obviously, once I crossed that threshold, I could just buy the cookie.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that was like that was a big concern of mine. And then another big concern was eventually I'm going to get too old to watch Disney Channel. And I'm like, what am I going to watch?
But you just like gradually
Yeah,
phase out.
exactly,
Like you
but-
don't think about
Exactly,
like,
yeah,
It just
you
You just
happens.
gradually
Phase
start
out of
watching
it.
other things.
The
Interesting.
things that we worry out as kids.
Right.
Now
It
we
was
gotta-
To
so
go back to that
simple.
right now we have to pay bills and go to work and
Girl.
take the bar. So,
Well, we passed it.
right. Okay, so we're gonna start a new segment called "Should Have Stayed in the Group Chat," where basically, obviously, we always see stuff on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, where it's like, "Girl, you should have just texted that to your friend and not put it online because now you're getting kicked out of the Love Island villa." So. So, what are some things that y'all think should have stayed in the group chat that you've seen over the past few weeks? Obviously, we don't have to mention Love Island because
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if we're gonna go there, Nikki, you could have kept all those tweets in the
Yeah,
draft. You
that
could have
was
kept,
really crazy.
You could have kept all those. I'm sorry. I just you should have just kept in the drafts, girl. You are ruining your legacy, and it is so sad
It's
to
really
see
It's already
sad.
ruined.
such a badass bitch go down sad like this. Like it is. I really
It's
feel for you,
crazy.
girl, because it's like you went from here to here, and I don't understand why. And not everybody's out to get you, and like you really just need to take a chill pill.
And even
like,
if that is
turn
the
off your
case,
phone.
I'm like, girl, like, move on.
Yeah.
Heal.
Why are you tweeting?
Like,
But I think that's the thing, like something's going on. And I just don't understand because whenever she's doing all her rants and whatnot, she's doing it as if like she's been slighted by these people in some way,
Yeah.
or if she hasn't been given her flowers sometimes with the other rap girls, even though they have done that.
Yeah.
Nicki is the one female rapper I think that people have actually like bigged up, like
Well,
gave
yeah, because
her
like
her
she is the like inspiration for a lot of these women
Yes.
coming
Yeah.
in. So for Nikki to feel so like threatened by like new people's
so
presence when majority of these people look up to you as like a god almost.
And they said that
It's like
all the time.
it's never gonna be a like I'm better than Nicki Minaj. Most people wouldn't even dare to like say that out of their mouth. So for her to like freak out, it's probably because she feels like they are.
Yeah.
It's
I think she
insecurities.
just took so much pride in being the only one. And
Yeah.
I think that's the issue because she never was really in a place where she was like, oh, I'm trying to put
was nothing to
on
compete,
another.
yeah.
Yeah, she was always like, no, I am number one. And
She's
that's
one of
what
the-
I pride myself on.
She, opened the doors for herself and then slammed it shut
Exactly.
for everyone else. And it's like, girl, like you said, it's like you were always going to be Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your name never
Period.
lost
Like,
value.
Like you are
like
and
your name
a
was
lot of
synonymous with like the peak of rap
the
music,
new
male
age
or
of
female.
Yes. And that's another thing. A lot of straight males, they have their own issues with like female rap and talking about. But again, they always gave Nicki her things.
flowers.
I don't understand where this is coming from, but it's that man.
And be
It's
that,
that- it's
it was
be-
marked by that man. I'm
Everything
telling you,
started
it
going
went
down.
yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
all of
yes.
that, be that as it may, I don't think that the nostalgia that she created by, doing all of the great things that she did when we were coming up, when she was coming up, or the social capital that she has now is like, high enough to
Yeah.
where she can do all of these crazy things and people are
Absolutely
forgetting. Like, I'm
not.
like, it's run out. Like, your time
It's
is
crazy.
up high
And the
key.
barbs, I'm
I
like,
don't
you
know if I
guys need
really
to get a
see
grip.
that.
Yeah.
I actually think, though, I kind of disagree with that because people let Nicki get away with a lot. I think when she started talking about Meg's dead mom, and she still, like, Nicki's not really, they haven't really canceled Nicki. I'm sure people in the industry are
I
like,
was
oh,
gonna
this
say,
bitch
yeah.
is
That is
crazy.
true. I've never actually
But
seen-
she's, like, I don't see this shift where people are really like, the people are just kind of like, oh, here Nicki go again.
But I think
then she
barbs are
drops a fire verse
delusional.
and
The barbs are
Barbs are
delusional.
delusional.
Oh, for sure.
But I would
AF.
say that in terms of like the way we see canceling happening on social media, it is true that like Nicki has done some crazy things and has not gotten the treatment that like Kanye got, where people are like, I'm done listening to
she
his
is
music. I don't think
Kanye.
I've actually heard anyone say
Like,
I'm done listening to
her
Nicki
music,
Minaj,
yeah.
but she is in the same boat as Kanye at this point. She might. Let me not diagnose anybody. I was gonna say she might be dealing with whatever he's also dealing with, like mentally, because she's having a lot of like delusions.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna
Yeah.
diagose
even
somebody.
the way she speaks, that like her speech, like
Yeah, it's
it
very
just
like
sounds
disjointed. Like there's a lot
off.
going. And
She talks and tweets like Donald Trump.
let's move on from Nicki.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in closing, what we sort of touched on the most is that nostalgia is like a really powerful thing.
Yeah.
And I think that the through line through all of this is that, we are definitely shaped by our past and we've lived through crazy times. Like
Yes.
we've lived through
We've
like so
lived
many
But
like
also good times.
a really
We've
great
lived through a lot of
childhood,
historical
a great
moments.
I mean,
childhood,
we still
but like maybe
are.
the last great childhood, maybe.
Yeah,
That I would agree with.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely true.
Also, I feel like, I know we're closing, but I also feel like more now than ever, the industry, like, is really leaning into and relying on nostalgia.
Yes.
Like, obviously,
Yeah.
the remakes of the movies, a lot of the...
Even sampling and
Fashion,
I was gonna
so
say the
many
songs.
industries.
It's like coming, they're trying to like emulate that like 80s, 90s, whatever sound. So yeah, it's like it's absolutely powerful. It's all around us, and I think nostalgia will always sell because it just harkens back to a time, whether you consciously know it or not. It's like a time where we were happier.
Things were
Yeah.
simple.
So
It was
Things
simple.
were simple.
I wish the best for everybody growing up now.
Yeah.
I would hate to be growing up in
I would hate-
2025.
it was-
I'm not gonna lie.
I honestly
No.
like. Yeah.
I wonder if parents are able to hide like politics from their kids, kind of the
No.
same way. Like, I feel like my parents didn't even hide politics when I was a kid. I just didn't know what was going on. But like today, like everything is just so
It's politically
intermixed with
charged.
every
Yeah.
single. Yeah, there's just no way to like separate it. So, fingers crossed for all of you kids out there. I hope your lives are great.
Yep. Well, thank you for joining us for the 4th episode of Out the Group Chat podcast. You can find us on all social medias at OTGC Pod. That's YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And then also on Spotify and Apple Music, you can listen to us. Just Google or just search Out the Group Chat podcast, and our lovely faces will pop up. And you can find us all individually on social media as well. You can find me at Willie Duhart on TikTok and Willie.Duhart on Instagram.
You can find me at Elise Osafo on Instagram, L the Egg on TikTok, and Elise the Egg on YouTube.
And you can find me on Instagram at It's Just Jelani and TikTok Just Jelani.
And you can find me on Instagram at _AleaT or Fit with Aaliyah, or on YouTube at Leah's Legal Life.
Thank you guys for watching and for listening.
Bye.